This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome to a new Cinebite, Cinephiles and Cenobites. I'm your host, Annika P. Cinderella Hellborn, the bringer of chains. The boys Mox and Ono watched Life this past week, and well, it ain't alien, that's for damn sure. Their review's a bit half and half. Listen to what they have to say. The / configuration.
Alright, welcome to Cinebite 13. We're going to do a / configuration for y'all. The new movie Life, directed by Daniel Espinosa, written by Rhett Reese and Paul Warnick. Yeah. The movie stars an ensemble, grade A
A-list cast.
A-list cast. Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds,
Deadpool.
Yeah, Hiroyuki Sanada. We have
That black guy is good too. I don't know his name, but he's been in a bunch of British shit.
Ariane Bakari
Yeah.
and Olga Dihovichnaya.
We butchered everything. Yeah.
Everyone was pretty in this movie. Everyone looked pretty in this movie. But so Life is about
Prettiest bunch of useless astronauts in quotation.
a lot of scientists on the space station. So they are waiting on some samples coming from Mars, and I guess the movie starts off
Really good, actually.
so it turns out the I guess the satellite holding the sample went off course, and it's actually, I think, just coming in faster.
Yeah. The thing that's holding the samples in it is just fucking spiraling through space, headed toward them, and
Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool. Yeah, he is the.
He's
the
an
flight
engineer.
engineer, tech engineer. He's some kind of mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
So he needs to go suit up and get out there and control the robot arm and catch that, like, literally mid fucking air before it crashes into them, kills them, and destroys the Mars samples. So right from the start, this wasn't an accident in the sense of they were purposefully exploring Mars looking for life.
So they get the sample. It turns out it is
First try, boom.
it's a life form.
A single cell, yeah. Which turns into a multi-cell, like fucking overnight or a couple hours span. Like, this thing evolves super quickly.
I think faster than usual. I don't know the actual time span, but I don't think it was like days. Well, maybe
Well,
a
by
day or
faster
two.
than usual, he means it didn't take thousands of years.
No, I mean, like, it didn't take like weeks or months. Oh yeah, and thousands of years to evolve into, like, because we're talking about single cell organism.
Right.
So
For it to become complex took life on Earth. We can't even get into that.
we're not getting into evolution though.
But yeah, basically maybe day max, right?
Yeah,
Days
sure.
max. And this thing.
And on its own, and then it becomes hostile.
I like actually how it reminds me of Gremlins. At first, I was expecting and wanting a creature feature, and then there's this little bubbly, cute little jellyfish, starfish looking thing, and he's playing with it, and it's cuddly. Then it comes some shit from Nightmares ish.
Right.
Still looking like what the Abyss could have been, less stingray and more like Feed Me Seymour, Little Shop of Horrors, but more elegant.
Okay, yeah, sure. And then so the whole movie is them trying to contain this hostile life form. And that's it.
Pretty much.
And
They try to kill it, but it's unkillable. They try to contain it, only they're not very smart.
they're scientists.
Not very smart ones.
Jake Gyllenhaal's the medical. He's the doctor on.
But he's also a pilot, everybody.
So-
At the end, we find out he says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the sacrificial lamb because I'm a pilot.
Oh, right.
So he's a medical doctor, medical officer, and he's also a pilot. He probably plays the piano well, too.
Yeah.
And is immortal.
The movie, yeah,
It's shot really well, and there are some pretty exciting sequences. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It was really well shot, I thought. I feel they were skimpy on the story, even though it opened really well. It opened in the midst of an action sequence. They needed to recover these samples or else the whole mission was blown and they die. Then it slowed down, and which is good, right? We need to know who these people are so we can care about them. But I feel their choices and their ineptitude made me just kind of check out as far as wanting them to die or giving a fuck if they lived.
All right. Well, I think we know a little bit about them. I feel invested and I care about what's going to happen to them, especially with the science officer. I didn't know he was in a wheelchair.
They show his legs, and that's good. And I was like, how the fuck long has he been in space that he has totally atrophied and has muscle death? Then he's like, talking about his wheelchair. And I'm like, oh, which also makes me have to make a leap in belief that So
people would invest in this guy who can't walk into space.
Yeah, but it also distances you because since when have you heard of a handicapped astronaut? And this isn't far in the future, everybody. This is like contemporary.
But
handicapped people cannot go into space.
Deadpool
NASA screens them.
No, but Deadpool makes a point that he said, remember, 5 people back home can do my job. Only you can do your job.
In the whole world?
In the whole world.
He's not very smart. He plays with it and he gets his hand crushed.
I think biologists tend to do that.
It's a soft science. It's a soft science. And there's got to be anybody that can fill his boots. I mean, it's literally right above psychiatry and psychology. That's biology for you.
No.
Come on. Even in The Martian, the real scientists were dissing Matt Damon because he's like...
He's a botanist. Though.
Which is around the same thing.
No.
It's only plant. It's the study of plant instead of human.
Sure.
Botanists are below biologists then.
Oh.
But biologists, they're like only a couple above evolutionists.
Oh, okay. But it turns into kind of a creature feature.
Which is what I was hoping for. I thought this movie was going to be so serious that it wasn't going to be a creature movie at all.
I see. Okay.
I thought it was going to be Abyss or Contact.
More, I guess, more dramatic in that sense.
Yeah. So I was prepared to see a serious film like Arrival.
Sure. But I took this movie as serious as it could be. Like, I'm cheering them on. Like, I want them to survive. I want them, spoiler alert, no one survives in this movie. Fucking the entire fucking...
What, 5 of them? 7? 5? Something like that. They all bite the dust.
Yeah.
Ineptly.
Again, spoiler, it's a black ending though.
It's a cool but predictable ending, and I like it. And I liked it.
Like, it was kind of like almost a Terry Gilliam kind of ending. Like, dark, not weird, like absurd, but like
not absurd.
It wasn't a happy ending.
No. It's a downer, big time.
But it's weird because remember that scene where I think she's the captain, right? And she's
commander, the Russian.
Yeah, and her helmet is filling up with coolant.
Yeah.
I actually read an astronaut experience something like that.
Coolant leak.
Yeah, and like. It's crazy because I think he mentioned he's calculating in his head how he has to move so that, because the thing was filling up and the way the liquid is filling up and that way he's able to breathe. And he says in front of him is like, I don't know if he was on the shuttle or the space station, but like on back of him is like complete blackness. He says, imagine a lightless darkness or something. Like, that's how dark it is. There's the complete absence of light. Of light is that how he described it. And that was like a true story of that. And so when I wonder if they read that and like, oh, okay, they'll be kind of cool if we put it in the movie. Like this real
that was a cool scene. I've never seen that before, but they didn't portray the absence of light well. Also, there's inconsistencies. This monster is a carbon-based life form, which means it needs oxygen, but yet it survives in the vacuum of space for like a while,
And then the
a long
scientist,
while.
he mentioned something. He's able to probably shut out the need for oxygen, and he's able
Like
to
hold his breath, kind of deal,
yeah.
right?
He's able to do that.
But then
yeah.
how come later on in the film, when they're like, let's just contain him and suck out all the air,
Right.
so then he's gonna be looking for air.
See, and then the one science officer who's supposed to study this organism is knocked out and like unusable.
Oh, that's the broken hand guy.
Yeah, he's the one who's supposed to know everything.
No
already.
answers, yeah.
But he just wanted to play with it. That's all he did.
I feel maybe they needed a bigger crew, maybe with some redundancies, because like, were they not planning? What if this was a hostile organism? Like,
Right.
why is there no military presence? But I feel that's every other movie too. Then the military starts to intervene, and then the science guy
Yeah.
be like, "No, it's not a hostile threat yet. Now we gotta kill it." These guys go from study to kill pretty quickly, though, so I like that. They don't go from study to kill quick enough to save Deadpool,
Yeah,
who
like
suffers not quite as gruesome, but
no,
just as bad or just as tragic as a baby bear death.
he got. I want to say maybe not probably the second worst death in this movie.
Who do you think got the worst?
Sonata. Like he got sucked out of that hole. Can you imagine getting pulled back? Like that's open space, and then it's just the entire vacuum of space is pulling on you.
That's true.
And
But
then-
once you're there, you just freeze and die.
Yeah, but
I think the loneliest death was Ferguson.
Ferguson. Oh yeah, like
I think
but-
that's the worst death.
I feel like no, like I feel she's going off into space with no help at all. I mean that's like just
that
creepy.
dog they jettisoned. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
fuck. You don't know what you just drifting until you die, and there's no real means to kill yourself. You just have to grow.
I think he's referring to Laika, the cosmonaut, the space dog.
Yeah, fuck you. Was that the U.S. that did that, or was that Russia? Because it feels Russian-y.
I think it might have been Russia, just because I think he was the first cosmonaut or the first out dog or thing in space. I think.
Like, he gives a fuck. He had to die alone, and he didn't even understand it. Anyways, before I get sad, yeah, I think that's the worst death,
Well-
but it's not the most gruesome.
It's kind of like John Favreau from Deep Impact, like he's just floating out into space.
Was John Favreau in Deep Impact?
Yeah, he was the one that floated off into space. Wow. Yeah, and like just imagine, and you're at that speed, and you're just screaming the whole time.
And there's nothing to stop you.
Yeah, there's nothing. That's why they say carry, like you should carry something, like with you, like so.
Bug spray,
Right.
something to counteract, but
Yeah. But yeah, she got worse. Even probably Gyllenhaal. I wonder if he was just like half eaten when he landed.
he's half eaten.
Oh.
I'd take that over just being jettisoned, until oxygen dies or your body kills itself.
Right. Oh my god.
His is bad psychologically, though, because he has to deal with the fact that he just delivered Earth's demise.
Alright. So we're hoping for a sequel titled
Death.
Death.
And me and Ono want this to be like a running joke in Hollywood. This super B-ass movie with a full-blown Hollywood A-list
Yeah, it's
as
gonna
the
be,
stars.
It's gonna star the same cast from The Core. And
Well, they're equivalents because those people are no longer really A-list, but
Oh.
they were A-list when it came out.
Hilary Swank is 2-time Academy Award winner.
She's not an A-lister, though. Her movies do not make money. A-list really isn't about, like, acting skill. I mean,
Thomas
look at
Jane,
Ryan Reynolds.
Aaron Eckhart.
Thomas Jane was in The Core?
No, but he's like a cool dude.
He's super cool, but he's not A-list.
No.
He's top of the B.
Oh, no. He's
He's
good.
top of the B, like Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, he's gone from A to B.
Lawrence Fishburne was never really an A. He was always a solid B who could command a good A salary just because of his movie choices.
But he was also nominated for Academy. But he lost out to, who was it? Not John Travolta. Who won that year? It was it was Tom Hanks, right?
What was he nominated in?
That was for Forrest Gump.
No, not Tom Hanks.
Oh,
Fishburne.
Was he Tina Turner?
Oh, as Ike.
Yeah,
That's
he was
right.
Ike
He
Turner.
was Ike Turner. Did he get nominated that year?
Yeah, that's
Oh, nice.
he got nominated, but that was the year with John Travolta.
Okay, just to clarify, when they say A-list, it's a mixture of critical acclaim and commercial success, but mostly commercial success. Who is bankable
But
to star in a
yeah,
film?
he was in all 3 Matrix movies.
Not as the star.
Come on,
Not as a star.
Morpheus.
Keanu Reeves, shit critical acclaim, full-blown A-lister.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Life. I think it's definitely worth to watch. The backlash I keep hearing, it's like people keep comparing it to Alien. I'm like,
It's not. Alien is way better and totally different.
well, and this alien's totally this parasite or this hostile life form.
Actually, this thing is not a parasite. It's
not a
actually way
parasite.
more elegant than the xenomorph.
It's a lot more smart. It does things like they didn't have time enough to study.
It's its own thing. It does
Yeah.
not need a host. It just needs the right environment to thrive.
Yeah, and I think it grew on its own. So it's,
It did. As soon as we changed the atmosphere to mimic more modern, or I guess not modern, but more what the Mars atmosphere would have been, 85 billion years ago or whatever the fuck. And then they gave it glucose, or they gave it something with sugar that helped pep it up and wake it up from its nap. Its survival mechanism is to hibernate when the environment or atmosphere is
because
not
they thought it
hospitable.
went dead, right? And then someone said, "Oh, maybe this is a defense mechanism to put it to sleep, so it's not dead." And then they shocked it, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when they messed up. It's like, oh,
So this thing is way more deadly than the xenomorph.
yeah. So we don't know if it's man-made or like just some kind of being.
Well, maybe the engineers could have crafted this thing, but not human beings
No.
as from Earth. No, definitely. This thing is above
The
our comprehension.
perfect killing machine.
Well, it's not a killing machine. It's a
just-
survival
it's just
machine.
trying to
This
survive.
thing is just the perfect species for survival. In fact, I believe it deserves the Earth.
It'll do nothing but use up all its resources and try to travel to another planet, just kind of like ID4. But that is Life. It was definitely enjoyable as a one shot. I hope it does make Death the sequel.
Well, maybe when we do our dream casting in Hollywood, we can try and resurrect it if it fails. Because there's a lot of bad mouth going on with this film.
Yeah, it's not trying to be Alien. It's an original story all on its own.
When he says original, he just means different. This is not the first time you've seen this movie. In fact, you've seen this movie a bunch of times.
We need variation of the same kind of tale.
We do.
So, like,
Different visions of the same thing.
yeah, a reinvention of a tale as old as time. But this is
We
like,
just saw Beauty and the Beast last week.
yes.
So this kind of pales into that. But yeah, not the same.
So, final critique or
My final results is this movie is not terrible, but it's not really good. Is it worth a watch? Yes, but not in theaters. So I have to give it a no watch, CC.
sorry. You need to go watch Jake Gyllenhaal and Rebecca Ferguson. Yo, watch CC.
This is a Nekko Media podcast.